playing towards that Rumble instead, where you get that Impale into the Flame Spitter and the Equalizer, and we get Broken Blade.
Oh my god.
So we're getting all the flair here from G2.
Yeah, the Rel will be Lavrov's first time on it this split. G2 have only played 8 games, so it's not like the largest sample size to pick from, but neither of these supports actually bringing out Rel before this series, and it will only be Lavrov bringing it out here, obviously, because we are in Fearless Draft. So, game 1 of this best of 5 qualifies you not only for Madrid, not only for the finals weekend, but also for the World Championships over in China in a month and a half time. I feel it hasn't updated, or it's just very, very even as Skewman and Lavrov look for a fight in the mid lane. They're jumping onto Vladdy, who does flash away, but a good knockback by Skewman, who will get first blood to G2. No real escape for Vladdy after he burned that flag.
One of the most valuable things you have as a jungler is time. Taking Dragon takes a lot of it, so you can understand why they haven't exactly rushed it so far. Especially with bot lanes on the other side of the map, they often be a lot of your DPS.
Yike coming in, Lavrov with the Shadowing Strike, needs to dodge away from the Impale, uses the heal for the movement speed, but is slowed up by Yike. Lavrov now on the wrong side of the rift. The hook lands as well from Targamas. Hansama trying to trade back in. Yike still holding on to that Impale as Hansama is able to survive. Keeper's verdict. No one guilty. Skewman lands the slam into the wall. Yike down to 200 HP, and Hansama's given so much time just to mow him down. Yike dies. G2 find their second.
Fly to one side of the fight. KC must approach at the right time.
Keeper's verdict. Impale was coming. He gets knocked back. He's in it to oblivion. And the question is now, can Skewman escape? He goes in, has to flash away. The shockwave lands onto 3. It's Skewman, Broken Blade, and Lavrov retreating out. KC will take the herald. Kana's looking for lives. Lavrov has to flash away. He's burning. Should have the movement speed to get out of this one. Kana pops the Flame Spitter again, but he doesn't have a scrap shield in time, and the remount from Lavrov will be enough to escape.
Nothing brings a G2 holiday. They did it. They took the damn flight to the other side of the rift! Poppycopter charged up, and Yike says, alright, you're coming with me, mate! Flies onto the other side of the damn map to fight them, and they're punished for it.
High fives all around. Niski getting involved in the action.
He's in the base, okay? She's behind you.
Only sitting at 0-0-1 on this. LeBlanc, he'll dash away. LeBlanc still behind. Skewman waiting here. They'll look for Targamas first. Vladdy now realizes he has to flash away. Magnustorm coming out. There's the TP as well. Depth charge used onto Caps. Keeper's verdict gets the knockback, and Targamas will sacrifice himself for his mid laner. Good job by the support to mean that he could survive for a little bit longer, but the charge comes in from G2. A good shockwave from Vladdy will catch onto 2. The dive continues as now Caps is the one tanking the tower. Impale goes wide. Broken Blade will dismount onto Skull. The aggro switches over to Skewman. The equalizer comes down. Broken Blade's going to flash away as he looks to dash out of Yike's clutches. But the pincers collapse, and Broken Blade goes down in the end. A 2-for-1 exchange. Making sure that Skewman doesn't have an easy avenue to approach this. Skewman's going to start to walk in, but that is already gone. Depth charge onto the enemy jungler. Atakan secured for KC. They sneak it away. Great setup overall.
Yeah, KC just group up, take it down, and G2 don't have a great answer. They do take the bot turret, and they push in a little bit towards mid as well, so they get some tower damage for the objective trade. Any other kind of fights coming through? We're all sticking around on top side.
Lavrov looking for Vladdy. Kalist goes in with the Valkyrie. Exhaust goes down, but Kalist just one-shots him. Caps diving in. The chains will find their man. Slamming to the wall from Skewman as well. So we see Targamas fall alongside his bot side brethren. Hansama having to flash away from Kana, who's overheated. But it doesn't matter. His autos will do all the work. Broken Blade finds a cowardly Skull to remount, but Skull immediately runs away as KC finds 3 in the play as they look for the fight. Broken Blade around the wings here. Yike going in for it. Equalizer down. Lavrov's going to jump away from it. The slow onto Caps, though, not enough. He's going to distort away. Hansama hooked up, though, as KC find another. Caps, chains don't connect. The exhaust down. Yike's going to chase him. Skewman jumps onto Kalist, but is all on his lonesome because BB has gone home. Skewman, with the steadfast presence movement speed, should be able to get out of here. Vladdy and Kana trying to cut him off at the pass.
Oh, they're teleporting.
TP comes out from Vladdy. I mean, you might just give a free ticket away for Skewman here. He can dash onto you and then flash over the shockwave if it comes out. Vladdy does get the slow with the dissonance, and that will be enough to spell the end of the Poppy. 1,000 gold ahead, 2 items complete. Kalist is doing the same on this Corki. Even if he's dying early on, Lavrov has a big flank here, but KC are wise to it. Magnustorm coming in. There's the Killer Instinct as well as they dive onto Kalist, who flashes away. But now Summer just dives to the tower. Skewman impaled and cooked underneath the turret. Broken Blade now charging away. Cowards, you cry! As Scarlet runs away himself, equalizer down his cells, impact from Yike. It's gonna be 3 for KC as G2 took a fight they just weren't ready for.
G2 run head first into the blue wall and into the blue mid lane outer turret. That's going to open up the Baron with so many dead.
Find someone in your group that really challenges you. Is it better to wait for playoffs so you can ride the momentum high as Targamas is chasing onto Broken Blade here? Charge away, but Targamas flashes in front of it. Depth charge coming out as well. The Keeper's Verdict being channeled by Skewmon. He'll yeet the Scorpion to Timbuktu, and Targamas dies for it. Kalist almost takes down Skewmon, but can't quite get the final shot. Broken Blade, though, will not manage to escape. In the end, Targamas takes it. And KC get another on the board in a 1-for-1 exchange.
1-for-1, but KC have the wave and they can keep pushing forwards. Yeah, he was yeeted out, but he's still back, flashing forwards.
Yeah, Impale going wide there as Hans Summer flashes away himself. KC know that Caps is not here. The TP being invested by Vladdy to make sure that he stops that tier 2 from falling. Now taking inhibitor, Caps dashing away in that top side. Kana trying to turn this around with the equalizer, just forces G2. Hans Summer just finishing up his 3rd item where there were 4 on Kalist. It's a terminus for Hans Summer, but maybe end of the road for G2, at least in this game. Lebrov caught out a little bit by Targamas. Caps jumping onto Kalist, will land the chains, but doesn't get much more. And you can see an order with that Trinity Force, enough to take Caps down to about 500 HP. The dive in with the killing instinct onto Vladdy, but he's so tanky. Broken Blade now left on his lonesome, has to flash the wall, but Carter will not let him escape. Burns him up in the jungle. And now Skewmon needs to look for a miracle steal on this Baron. Broken Blade 50 seconds away from respawning. Vladdy's going to try and keep Skewmon at bay. Targamas going to join that foray.
They still have Shockwave. After everything's been used, they can still just ward them off.
Yeah, it's just gone. There's the hook going out. Skewmon dives onto Vladdy. Equalizer as well. Vladdy falling so low. He will die in the end. To Skewmon's damage, he'll flash away. The Baron secured for KC, but they'll only have it on 4.
Half elf from the jungle, it's not a great start.
Broken Blade still has a quarter of the timer on his cooldown for his charge and no TP. He's going to have to leave that super minion in the base, hitting those Nexus towers. Yike going forward, Caps looking for Kana, flashes away, but the stopwatch will stop the chains. Magnet Storm onto 3 here, Impale just short of Hans Summer, but Lebrov's the first one to go pop, and Broken Blade still not in the fight. The Dragon, the next target for G2, is Skewmon, and Hans Summer try to burst it down before KC can react. Skewmon with the charge back onto Yike. The Baron secured by Yike, he wins the fight, and now KC continue to advance. Broken Blade jousting forward, Hans Summer low, Skewmon the same. Caps dashes in, but just lands the chains onto Targamas. Broken Blade, Scarlet has left him, and so will the last beat of his heart. Broken Blade down, KC pushing forward, equalizer just clips Hans Summer. The redemption coming out as well just to heal him up, but a TP behind. Can Skewmon defend Hans Summer here? Targamas, depth charge. Skewmon needs to stand in the way, but he doesn't get there in time. The killer instinct, an instinct only for the grave. Caps tries to get another chains, but it's only onto Yike. It doesn't even get through his shield. KC just marching through the base at this point. Skewmon slammed into his own Nexus, and G2 are left rattled.
KC, a real reality check for G2. A roar of life from the blue wall. What a dominant game 1.
Caps trying to do everything he can to find anything out of this game, but he'll lose his life at the end of it. The blue wall stands tall as KC go 1-0 up.
Now, I'm not sure G2 expected a game like that. I'm not sure a lot of the fans did too. KC, a huge statement in game 1. Perhaps giving us some thoughts about the strength of these groups and definitely the strength of KC. Very cohesive game plan. Wait until the grouped up fights and make the most of it.
Also just an evolution of KC from what we saw of them in the summer regular season. We'll be right back after this break. Don't you dare go anywhere.